next to bat. JVB make him get slapped.
Brothers from another. Even if I wasn't, treat me like a cousin. I'm from California. Speak a little southern. Cheap about a dozen. Can you keep a secret? Look who in my recent. She's so indecent. You don't want no beef with.
12, you wasn't trying to be cow. Copy my style and show it to their friends and try to say that it's them, but y'all know what this is. Red bone on the couch and they both mahogany brown. Gab is so big it can see my house. Then again, my views.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 50.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And their coach told us the other day that they wanted to get him in a nice groove right out of the gate. And one way to do that, give him quick throws where he get the ball out of his hand in a hurry, as he did there.
From the 43, here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. Set.
He'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Ready. Hut.
A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Set. Ready. 45. White. Ready.
Looking to throw. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. There he goes, left side. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Well, it's only the first quarter, but that's a quick shift in momentum right there because they were driving the football before that interception, and then not only, Charles, do they throw the pick, but it gets returned all the other way for the score.
I think the important thing here was it backed up in their own territory. This defense didn't blink. They hung in there, waited for the offense to make a mistake, and as soon as they did, they capitalized in the biggest way possible.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Come on, set.
As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Let's go now. Set, cut.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Falcons had 5-9 on the year. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown again. Kyle Pitts, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Spins away, and he'll be out of bounds. Across the 25. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Taken down at the 42. You talk about this Falcon defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they've got to move up. In order to do that, they've got to
look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
The highest metric. The city just made it sweet. People diabetic. They mouths get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it.
What's up?
Now they try the right side here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards is the pickup there to first down for Chicago.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Off the play fake, it's Williams. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Colston Loveland, 29 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
2nd and 1. This ball down the field for Pitts. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Bears are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
What is up?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
What is up?
Throwing is Williams. Man over the middle, and it's complete. for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 21, here's the second down and 6. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Santos with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Short throw caught by Pitts. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
At the 45-yard line.
Drill green. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And caught by London. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ready?
The 47-yard.
They'll set up a throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. That one a first down pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 8. And the Falcons first down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Come on, set. Snap, red, 38. Hut.
They'll look to throw again. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 16. A good pickup there, 22.
The 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Black, 95. Ready.
Back to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the Bears' 8-yard line.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Let's go. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here we go.
Back to throw. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Only 3 there on the screen at second down.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game. But I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Now he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Looking to throw is Williams. That's complete. Romadunze. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
The partner that locked in man coverage out left and end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. To the air, Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Bears. Colston Loveland with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Santos now to add the PAT. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Down.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Here's Williams. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
This is caught inside the 15. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, and this one just a chip in. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half.
Falcons 14.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
To throw, Williams. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's caught. The tight end Loveland with it. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw, it's Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Working out of the gun, Williams. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
10 black. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. That one deep for London. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Now Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
For the Bears
he pushed it. Something looked off with his snap, and he missed it. It's no good. And the lead will stay put at 17.
That was an ugly-looking kick, and the snap, largely to blame. These special teams operations are relying on everyone being on the same page, so even the slightest hiccup can lead to some missed kicks, and that's exactly what we saw here.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Let's go now.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Looks like they'll move things around here.
and 4 at the 39-yard.
Second and 4. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's fourth down.
Set, ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. So they convert on fourth, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go to the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 18.
Fight 60.
That's another Falcons
Ready?
first down.
Looking to throw. And he's got it. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Red, yellow.
They'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think he continued to do so.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Okay, right?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Come on, set.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
At the Bears' 28-yard line.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now back to throw. These guys running back out of the backfield. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Set. Ready. Ready.
Back to throw again. Worcester picks, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game.
Falcons 22.
Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got plenty to catch.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and 3.
At the 36-yard line.
He's going to get it again. He's looking to get forward and protect the ball. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
A 2-yard pickup.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Chicago, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chill, not on the